Ever since I was a jit, I knew I was a winner. I pray to God forgive me cause I'm a born sinner. Got more on my plate than a Thanksgiving dinner. Gotta save for rainy days cause shit do get thinner.
You know how we giving it up, man. It's your boy Jumpout. Hello. You tuned in to check your mental, right? And today I want to talk about how do you deal with people that aren't so nice, right? Or people that are constantly trying to test you and try to see if you're this person that you say you are. This past week I was tested, man. I was tested by somebody really close to the family, and Lord, he got me out of character. You know, he said some things about my past that triggered me. You know, because some people can't seem to accept that you left that life behind, and they're constantly trying to remind you of who you once were. And I kind of lost it, not in a violent way or nothing like that, but I told them a few things that I should have worded it a little differently. They came out pretty hurtful, the things that I said, you know. And I felt awful afterwards, right? Because I allowed this person to get me into a place that I didn't want to be. And what I realized is some people are constantly going to do that, right? Some people are constantly going to test you. They're going to try you. They're going to see if you got it under control, right? And for the most part, I swear to you guys, I've been letting so many things pass. I let a lot of things fly by, but it gets to a point when a person just keep on poking you and poking you and poking you. So you say you had enough, right? And that day I had enough. And, you know, I let my emotions get the best of me, right? And but I'm here to say this. It wasn't a complete failure because I learned something from what happened from that situation. I learned that some people, you got to let them argue about themselves, right? Because if you don't feed into that energy, who are they arguing with? They're going to look pretty crazy just talking to themselves, right? So there are going to be people that feed off negative energy, right? There's going to be people that feed off negativity, conflict. They just like turmoil. They like to see people upset, right? Because misery loves company, right? There's some people that they're just miserable and they want to make you miserable. Some of them don't even know they're doing it. They're so used to trying to make everybody feel like they're feeling that it's just a norm to them. So it's a norm to them to start an argument. It's a norm to them to just talk bad about others. It's a norm that everything everybody else do is just bad. They have something to say about everything that somebody do, right? And that's when you have to ask, like, hold on, this person has some dark demons inside that they're battling, right? So that's when you have to step out yourself and say, hold on, man, this isn't about me. And that's what I learned, that some things aren't about you. It's about the demon that person is fighting. It's about those insecurities that person is fighting, and they trying to project those onto you, right? And that's kind of what I learned. Well, I kind of learned something that I already knew, but this was like assurance of, yo, man, you can't argue with a fool. You cannot argue with a fool. You got to let them argue by themselves. Some people are going to be stuck in their ways and feel like their way is the only way. But then you ask them, where have your way gotten you? And you can see that they're stuck in the same spot that they've been for years because they don't take any advice from anybody. They feel like everything they say is their way or the highway. And that way, where has it gotten you, right? Where has it gotten that person? Nowhere. And in the long run, it's gonna have you alone. You're gonna live a very lonely life with no friends, no social activities. Because who's gonna want to be around a person that every time they come around, all they want to do is argue, all they want to do is fight, all they want to do is create a conflict. They always want to go against whatever you're saying. They're always right. They're never wrong. Who wants to be around a person like that? A person that's just intolerable. Who want to be around that? I know I don't. But some people you can't escape because they might be part of your family or your immediate family. So you might not be able to escape these type of people. So what do you do when these situations occur, right? At least for me, what I'm going to do is just not feed into those conversations. and just stay to myself. Sometimes you don't have to have all the answers to everything. Even if you know you have the right answer, wisdom is not saying nothing at all. Even though you know the answers, you don't have to show somebody that you know what you're talking about. Let them believe what they want to believe, and protect your mental health, protect your inner peace. Because I allowed this person to disturb my mental peace. I allowed him to disturb my inner self, right? Myself. I just allowed him to mess me up, man. And I didn't like how I feel afterwards, right? I don't know what word I was looking for, but whatever. I allowed him to take control of my emotions, of my feelings, of me, because I let him. And I always tell you can't give a person that much power, that you allow them to mess up your day. And I gave him that much power, because I woke up the next day and I still was a little angry. And I'm like, God, please remove this anger from my heart. But you know, when somebody says somebody that hurts you, my defense was, I'm gonna say something to hurt you back. And that was wrong on my behalf, because I stood to his level. I let him win. And I'm here to tell y'all, don't let people win, y'all. Don't let people win, y'all. Don't let people have that much power over you. Don't let situations control you. I let that situation control me. And I like to be very transparent with my viewers. I'm not a saint. I'm still fighting. I still fight depression. I still fight anxiety. But I share it with you guys because I know there's somebody out there that's going through the same thing that I'm going through that could relate. Right? I'm pretty sure somebody could relate to what I went through. And you might be going through something similar. And I'm just here to help you help me, right? Say things that I should have done different that you might take as some advice. You don't have to take what I'm saying. But there's just certain things that we all go through in life, right? And that was one of them. So again, what I learned from this situation was I refuse to give a person that much power, right? Next time I hear a conversation is brought up and they're having certain dialogues, I'm just not going to get involved. Even if they ask for my opinion, I'm just like, hey, no, I don't have nothing to say about that. I really don't want to touch on that topic. And I'm going to excuse myself from certain conversations, right? Because a little something very minor could have turned big. And thank God somebody was there to kind of say, okay, guys, we're not going to talk about this. And they changed the subject, right? It was this person that they saw how it kept escalating, and they kind of stopped it and said, hey, guys, whoa, you guys are taking it a little bit too far. And they were able to de-escalate the situation, right? But imagine if that person wasn't there. We probably would have been yelling at each other for God knows how long, right? But thank God somebody was there to mediate the situation, and it's over, right? So today, even when I was saying that what I'm gonna talk about today, I said, you know what? You gotta talk about your experiences, because there's somebody out there that's going through something similar, or is going through somebody that's just being so negative all the time, and they don't know how to deal with this person, right? I'm here to tell you that you could tune those people out, regardless of how close they are to you. Tune them out. Whenever they're saying something that you know is trying to hurt you or hurt your feelings or however you feel, man, tune that person out. Tune them out. Eventually, like I said, a person cannot argue with themselves. They cannot argue by themselves. They need somebody to feed into that energy. But if you're not giving them that energy that they're seeking, eventually they're just going to be quiet, because they're going to look ridiculous talking to themselves. They're going to look ridiculous, right? So don't allow a person to disturb your peace. I allowed that person to disturb my peace. And I said to myself, nah, I can't do that anymore. I cannot allow the person to disturb my inner peace. I worked hard for this peace, man. I work hard. And I refuse to let somebody that doesn't know themselves and is still fighting demons disturb my peace. Because my peace is priceless. I love the person who I became. And if somebody keep bringing up your past and bringing up who you used to be, they're still stuck. They're still stuck in the past. You don't have to grow with that person. You let that person be. If they cannot accept the change that you made and the changes were for the better, leave that person behind, because they don't accept who you are. They don't accept the new you. And you don't need that in your life. You don't need that in your life. You need people that are going to uplift you. You need people that are going to validate your feelings And you need people that are not constantly going to be reminding you, going up a hill. They're not constantly going to keep reminding you of who you used to be. Because you work hard to get where you're at today. And it's wrong to somebody to keep reminding you of the person that you once was. We all change. I know I did, and I work hard for it. And I'm still working, and I'm still trying to grow and become better each and every day. I want to keep growing. I want to keep elevating. I want to receive my blessings. And, I prayed. I asked God for forgiveness because I needed some forgiveness at that moment. I needed some forgiveness. I needed God to forgive me because I shouldn't have allowed that to go that far. And I'm telling you, ask for forgiveness if you did something that might have been offensive to somebody. It doesn't make you any weaker to say, hey man, I apologize. But that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta apologize because that's growth. Even if you know you went wrong, still apologize. That's growth. You're doing it for you. You're not doing it for that person. You're doing it for you to show that you're the bigger person. And to know it might seem hard, because it is hard, but do what you gotta do for you, right? And I manage that with that today, man. Don't allow nobody to disturb your peace. Don't allow nobody to disturb you. Your life matter, and you matter. You tuned in to Check Your Mental. This is your boy Jumpout. Hello, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, stay alert with all the episodes. I drop an episode every Monday and every Friday, faithfully, and I just have a duty to my viewers, we can walk this healing path together. This is our healing journey, y'all. So y'all stay blessed, y'all stay beautiful.
People hate you when you speak the truth. They hate that shit. And shame on you if you mislead the youth. How you 35 with a missing tooth? You don't feed your kids, but you win.